Let's jump right in. Today, we're diving into a classic village tale that is honestly a masterclass in real-world business ethics. We're going to unpack the story of a humble food vendor and his fierce rival and see how their foundational motivations, specifically unyielding perseverance versus outright greed, completely dictate their long-term survival. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a business student, or just kind of fascinated by human psychology, you're going to find this dynamic absolutely relevant.
Right off the bat, let's look at the core contrast we're dealing with today. On one hand, we've got Madhav. His whole approach is built on fresh ingredients, relentless hard work, and just genuine care for his customers. On the flip side, there's Rajesh, a local grocery owner. His path? Well, it's fueled by jealousy, spreading malicious rumors, and taking cheap, unethical shortcuts. Keep these two distinct profiles in the back of your mind as we go, because every single decision they make stems from these two polar opposite foundations.
Now, to really appreciate Madhav's perseverance, you've got to understand the starting point. We find him facing a pretty harsh reality. He's a poor vendor selling bhaji, that popular, delicious vegetable curry and bread dish from just a simple wooden cart. Picture this, he has a leaky roof at home, an empty kitchen, and he's caught out in this severe, dark rainstorm. While everyone else packs up and heads home, Madhav stays put. He literally needs just one sale to buy rations so he can feed his wife, Sumitra. He actually covers his food with a torn plastic sheet, prioritizing the integrity of his product way above his own comfort in the freezing rain.
And you know what? That sheer refusal to give up pays off in a massive way. A group of stranded city travelers, who are totally desperate for some hot food in the middle of this storm, happen to stop by. Madhav serves them freshly made, perfectly spiced pav bhaji with hot butter. And the travelers? They are absolutely blown away. They tell him it's actually better than what they've eaten in big city hotels. To reward his incredible hard work and the immense value he provided during a literal crisis, they hand him a massive 2,000 rupee note. For Madhav, that isn't just money. It is total validation of his dedication to quality.
But as we all know, success rarely goes unnoticed, right? What's fascinating here is how this windfall introduces our main conflict. Rajesh, that local grocery owner we mentioned, happens to witness this 2,000 rupee payout. Now, instead of being inspired to maybe improve his own business, Rajesh is just consumed by intense jealousy. He decides to actively sabotage Madhav. He literally turns to his assistant and says they cannot let a poor vendor rise to their level. He decides right then and there to deliberately obstruct Madhav's livelihood. It's just a classic textbook zero-sum mindset, the whole idea that I can only win if you lose.
So the very next time it rains, Rajesh makes his move. He shows up at Madhav's cart with his cronies and starts screaming that Madhav is using rotten vegetables and dirty rainwater. He even claims those city folks from the night before got severely ill. It's a calculated, super malicious rumor specifically designed to destroy Madhav's absolute greatest asset, his brand reputation. And sadly, it kind of works at first. In a close-knit village, rumors spread like wildfire, right? The terrified customers back away, leaving Madhav heartbroken with an empty cart for hours.
But hold on, because here is where product quality acts as the ultimate shield. The truth prevails almost immediately. Those very same city travelers from the first night, they come back. And they don't just come back alone. They've brought a whole group of friends with them. One traveler publicly announces that they felt totally refreshed, not sick at all, and mentions they even posted about Madhav's amazing food to their office group chat. Boom! The rumor is instantly publicly shattered. The villagers realize Rajesh was lying the whole time, and Madhav goes on to sell out his entire inventory that night.
Let's trace how this plays out over time, because it perfectly illustrates the compound interest of Madhav's unyielding ethical perseverance. He goes from barely surviving a brutal rainstorm with a leaky wooden cart on day one, to saving up enough to rent a permanent brick-and-mortar shop in the village square by week one. Jump to month one, and he's partnering with a wealthy city businessman to open a massive, luxurious highway family restaurant. This kind of progression, it doesn't just happen by accident. It happens because every single customer interaction was built on a rock-solid foundation of trust, honesty, and high-quality service.
But as Madhav is scaling up, Rajesh's jealousy morphs into pure desperation. Unwilling to just accept defeat, Rajesh escalates his sabotage from spreading simple rumors to orchestrating actual physical attacks. Get this, he pays local goons to infiltrate Madhav's grand opening. Their mission is to secretly drop pebbles into their own plates of food and create a massive public scene, basically accusing Madhav of serving dangerous, contaminated meals. It's a direct, vicious attack on consumer trust, aiming to shut the whole business down on day one.
But the entire plot gets foiled by pure, simple logic. It just so happens that the village head constable, Raghuvir Singh, is eating there in plain clothes. He walks right over, inspects the plate, and immediately points out the fatal flaw in this sabotage plan. He notices the pebbles have absolutely no cooked masala or gravy on them, which means they were obviously just dropped on top of the food after it was served. Busted. The goons panic, they confess that Rajesh paid them, and the entire village gets to see Rajesh's true deceptive colors. Once again, integrity and transparency win the day. So, totally defeated in his attempts to ruin Madhav, Rajesh decides to try and compete directly. He opens his own food stall. But guys, his 4-step business model is basically a masterclass in what not to do. Step 1. Buy cheap, stale, leftover vegetables. Step 2. Replace high-quality butter with cheap, unhealthy hydrogenated oils. Step 3. Just dump in a ton of extra chili powder to try and mask the terrible taste. He's prioritizing maximum profit margins over basic human health and decency. And step 4? Well, that's the inevitable result, destroying his own business from the inside out. When we actually map out their priorities side by side, Rajesh's fatal flaw is glaringly obvious. Madhav's dedication to quality is sky high, right? Meanwhile, Rajesh's quality is practically non-existent. But his greed? His greed is completely off the charts. By sacrificing long-term brand trust just to chase the illusion of a quick, short-term profit, Rajesh builds a fundamentally unsustainable business. I mean, you simply cannot build a loyal customer base when your main motivation is extracting money without actually delivering any real value. It just doesn't work.
And the real-world consequences of that high-greed, low-quality model? They hit fast. Innocent villagers, who were just lured in by Rajesh's cheap prices, end up suffering from severe food poisoning. We're talking rushing people to the doctor. The village council, the panchayat, has to step in immediately. They shut Rajesh's shop down in absolute disgrace and slap him with a massive financial penalty. His attempt to cut corners didn't just fail, it actively harmed his own community and basically left him legally bankrupt.
Fast forward a bit, and the contrast between where these two paths lead is honestly staggering. Madhav's unwavering dedication results in him becoming a wealthy, highly respected owner of a huge highway restaurant. He's even partnered with a major city businessman who sought him out purely based on his stellar reputation. Rajesh, on the other hand, is left utterly bankrupt. His once busy grocery shop is just covered in dust, and he's left sitting outside in total despair. He lost his business, his money, and, maybe worst of all, his standing in the community.
Now, the absolute most crucial point of this entire explainer isn't just about who ended up making more money. It's really about the character revealed at the finish line. Madhav, driving by in his newfound success, sees a completely broken Rajesh. And what does he do? He actually approaches his former tormentor. He completely forgives all the past sabotage, he refuses to hold on to any grudge, and then, in what is just the ultimate act of ethical leadership, he offers Rajesh a job. He asks him to be the store manager at his new hotel, telling him he needs someone he can truly trust to learn the ropes.
I mean, wow. This completely breaks Rajesh, but in the best way possible. He responds with this powerful realization, and it's quite moving. He says, "I wanted to bring you down, and you are supporting me. I promise I will never be greedy again." Madhav didn't just defeat his competition here. He transformed an enemy into an ally through sheer, undeniable goodness. It's absolute proof that true, lasting success is measured by the strength of your character, your capacity for empathy, and your integrity, not just the size of your bank balance.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a powerful question to reflect on in your own life, your career, and whatever you're building. No matter how heavy the rain gets, is the sun of your honesty ready to shine? Madhav faced crushing poverty, literal storms, and vicious sabotage, but his unwavering commitment to doing the right thing eventually pierced through all of it. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I really hope you take these lessons of ethical perseverance with you into whatever you tackle next.